Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life. And today I'm out barbecuing on the lake at my house. I got my barbecue over here, and guess what I'm barbecuing? It's pizza. So I got Papa Murphy's pizza, and I just I had this story in my queue of stuff to talk about at some point, which I really didn't know when. And it's about, in fact, I'm going to change things up just a little bit here. I'm going to bring this up in here. I know it causes a little bit of echo, but I think the view might be just a little bit better. So I have, well, let me show you the pizza. Let me see if I can zoom in on it here. And I just put them in, so we are here, 2 pizzas. I used to do pizza like this all the time back in Oregon, and when we were looking for a neighborhood for here in the Tampa area, Tampa, Florida, a long way from Oregon, one of the deciding factors was we saw that there was a Papa Murphy's out here. Exciting! So, anyway, I found this item on my list of stories to talk about that I put on there a long time ago. In fact, I don't even know how long ago it was, but it has nothing to do with video games, and it'll do nothing except for maybe embarrass my brother. And so, yeah, I'm talking about you, Nate. So, back when we were kids, we were, I don't know, let's see, how old were we? We were maybe, oh yeah, I don't like the noise in here. Let's take a little tour out here. It's just so noisy. Now I know that the light's not right on me out here, but maybe that'll work a little bit better. So we were out, we were at Grandma's. They lived in Brookings, Oregon. Grandma and Grandpa did. And it was myself and both my brothers. And I have 2 younger brothers, 5 years and 6 years younger than me. And we were out with Grandma, and we were going to the beach for the day. And so, in fact, I think we went to Harris Beach. So we get out there, we're going to do this, picnic style. We got a picnic bench, and Grandma's getting stuff out of the car, and we're sitting at the table there, and we're running around and stuff. That's what we would do. I was probably about 10, and my brother's probably about 5 and 4, somewhere around those ages. And so it was just us and Grandma. We were out having a good time. Well. So we went to, she made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and on those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, she says, okay, now I'm going to hand you your sandwiches, don't set them down. Mind you, we're at the coast, and we're right out next to the beach. We were not quite on the beach, but we were probably about 50 feet away from sand, and at this little picnic area. And so she keeps drilling into us. Do not set down your sandwiches. Keep a hold of your sandwiches. So she knew something that we didn't, and there was a reason why she was telling us that. And so anyway, I'm listening to this, and I'm holding on to my sandwich. I ain't gonna let go of my sandwich. I don't know why, but I'm not gonna let go to it. And so she hands us our sandwiches. And I think we probably had each taken maybe a bite or so, and then she's handing us drinks. And from the drinks and everything, I grab my drink, my youngest brother grabs his drink, and my middle brother grabs his drink and leaves his sandwich sitting on the table. He turns around, and he goes and he gets his drink, and he turns right back around, and his sandwich is gone. Gone! We're sitting right there. You know what happened? A seagull swooped down and picked up his sandwich and was flying off with it. Grandma's like, I told you not to set your sandwich down. So anyway, it was pretty funny because Grandma then pulls out an extra sandwich. Isn't that funny how parents and grandparents, you know, they have all this wisdom and everything and stuff, and then they just don't they don't tell you why, though. And that's a lesson that I had to learn. It wasn't until I moved out on my own that I realized that a lot of what my mom and dad said was true. And how could that be, you know? So anyway, but I got another story, another food story for you that I'm thinking of. But first, I gotta check on this food, make sure that it's not burning. I gotta turn these every 5 minutes. If I don't turn them, I'll burn them. So turn them or burn them. About a quarter turn. The reason you got to turn them is because if you don't turn them, then what happens is that you end up with part of it cooked more than the other. So anyway, we're getting ready to have bright sunset. Look at all that shine off the water. Pretty amazing. So I just love catching the attention of stuff like this. I mean, it's pretty amazing looking, huh? I love nature, and so I gotta probably turn it this way so that we're not just blowing out the camera here, blowing out the picture. So okay, another food story, and this one unfortunately is my brother Nate again. So back, let's see, how old was I? I was probably around 26, maybe 27, I think. And my buddy Tim and I owned this company where we were doing wholesale memory. Primarily, we were hooked up with a memory manufacturer, and we were shipping memory in. We were having memory stuff made for us, and it was just some memory chips that you'd put in, and it was anything from like 1 megabyte to 8 megabytes, you know, on each one of these chips. And this is a long time ago, because now it's all gigabytes, which is, you know, 1,000 times larger. And so we had this deal. I talked before in one of my other videos about being upstat, and so one of the benefits of being upstat in the company was the person who had the lowest stats was the one who ended up going and doing the lunch run all the time. And so this time it happened to be Nate. He wasn't always the lowest or whatnot, but this day it happened to be Nate. And I was always a practical joker, always. And so we had a Burgerville, which those of you in the Northwest would know about Burgerville, especially in like Portland. Let's see, like Centralia to Eugene is about all that they span. They're fast food, but they're like high-end fast food, and they're hamburgers and French fries and stuff, but use all local ingredients and everything, and probably the best fast food burgers around. So. And you know, they're sitting that fine line between whether or not they're really fast food and whether or not they're a better dining experience. So anyway, we would write up a list of things that that we you know, what we wanted, and I just being the practical joker that I am, I wrote down, I was writing my stuff on there last. And I said, you know, I want to, you know, I said, you know, I put my last burger down, and I said I want fries or whatnot, and then I put one additional item on there, which was, you know, and I don't know what I was thinking, but it was just to be funny with a group of guys. I said, okay, and I want a big fat woman with extra bacon minus tomatoes. And that was all I put on there. And it was just a joke. It was for him to see. for him to get a chuckle out of when he was reading, you know, that off to whoever was taking his order. And so, anyway, he comes back after ordering and he's like slamming the food down. He's like, I ain't never, ever gonna go pick up food for you guys again. And I'm like, oh, he must have read it aloud or something like that, or started to read it aloud or something like that and got embarrassed by it. And so I'm like, so what happened? And he's like, you dumb, you know, you can finish that. And I'm like, what happened? And he's like, I was having trouble reading your writing. And so there's this big black woman that was behind the counter taking my order. And she, since I couldn't read it, she grabbed it from me and said, here, I'll just read it and enter it in. And when she got down to the big woman, you know, with extra bacon minus tomato, she freaked. She said, I'm sorry, sir, you can't get that here. And he was like, and then I had to wait for them to make the order so that I could take it. So, Nate, I apologize to you for that, you know, but who could have known the practical joke would go so far and so awesome? I just have to say, you know, that is one of the best practical jokes that I never intended. Because I just intended for him to just read it, and then it would be, you know, he'd just chuckle and move on, and it would have been funny. So, but he was embarrassed by it, and to this day, he'll probably still be, you know, hemming and hawing over it, especially if he sees this video. So, anyway, it's just some fun stories. Thought I would share that with you while I was working on the barbecue here. And let's take a look here, see how these pizzas are doing. And so, oh, and it sounds like I got an order all at the same time. So, pizzas are looking pretty good. Not quite done yet, got a ways to go. So, anyway, that is the end of story time here, and thanks for bearing with me with moving my camera all around and everything, and you know, stay tuned for another episode coming soon, twice daily. That's what it seems to be, doesn't it? I'm Marky Dragon. Take care. I can't believe you made it all the way to the end of the video. That's so awesome. Hey, let me show you some other stuff. So, right above, oh, did you see that fish jump? There goes another one. That is a video that is on my Marky Dragon show. And if you click on that, it will take you to the show homepage. If you like my commentary but you don't like the gameplay stuff, then you can subscribe just to the show. And so, really cool thing, new feature that I have available here. In that particular video, a guy lost $600 trying to buy RuneScape Gold, and we just happened to have an awesome sunset during that one, and so I ended up pointing the camera at the sunset instead of myself because, you know, really, the sunset's better looking than I am. Lower left, I don't know, do you see those flashes of light while I'm talking? That is my personal vlog, and the other night, this was the remnants of Hurricane Isaac, and it came through with a lot of noise, a lot of lightning, and scared the crap out of me. You know, so click on that, take you to my my vlog channel, and then up in the upper left-hand corner, World of Tanks. That is my low that I'm playing there. He is a big boy. I was in that particular video showing off how he cost me around $42 in US dollars, and he is a fabulous tank. So I've been getting a lot of good kills with him, and a lot of good team effort able to put in a lot with the team. So if you like World of Tanks, that'll take you to the World of Tanks playlist, and you can check out my World of Tanks stuff, and eventually that may be a channel as well. So, okay, I thank you again for watching the video. Please subscribe, and take care, everybody.